8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome to this last of 2023 monthly update from EN Publishing. So this is just oh, my camera angle's a bit off. Let me sort myself out here. There we go. So this is just a time for us to just chat through the things that we've done all of this year in 2023, go through any questions you have. I'm going to go through the things that we have in fulfillment, our plans for 23, and also our plans maybe in the future for 2025 and beyond. So I'll be going through those bits and pieces there. Hello, thank you. Please ask any questions in the chat and I will answer them as we go through. I'll talk a little bit about vague plans for what's old is new coming in 2025. The summary to answer your question immediately is I don't have any book product name announcements for you for what's old is new, but we are looking at projects to develop for that. And once we've made those decisions, we will then announce them and let you know about them. But we still have a whole lot of ideas on the drawing board, and so we need to make decisions about what things that will be. But anyway, so welcome. Hi, hello. I'm thinking it's a little bit quiet with just me, so I might try some music in the background. What about this chill little music? I don't know if that's too loud or too quiet. Maybe just so there's a bit of chill music going on so we can have something other than me speaking. I don't want to be too loud though. Anyway, let's start. Let's dig into it. Thank you for coming along and all your support in 2023. It's really great as an independent TTRPG publisher to have all of you watch, listen, get involved, buy our stuff, and get involved in the EN World community and everything. So first thing is really grateful for your support in 2023. So thank you so much. Wouldn't be able to make cool stuff without you guys. Anyway, I'm going to recap of what we did this year. So look back at 2023. That I made in these lovely PowerPoint slides because I'm such a professional. So 5th edition products. So January is an interesting time for people that make 5e products that aren't Wizards of the Coast, but everything's fine and we're carrying on now. But yeah, so this year in terms of books we brought out for 5e, so we literally just finished recently the Vault of Splintered Souls, which is a mega dungeon that we created, which is a 14 level dungeon. I remember some people were debating online what counts as a mega dungeon, but it has 14 levels and you go up several levels throughout it, so take it as you will. That is going through fulfillment at the moment, so the survey's closed on Monday. So if you're back and you haven't given me your address, quickly log on this week to do that because I'm just downloading and verifying all the data and sending it to the printers. This will arrive with you in kind of January time though, because with holiday delays and things like that, we're going to try and get the orders this week or next week to the printers, but it'll likely be January. It arrives with you because of those delays. But also this year we brought out Puzzling Encounters, which had a load of different puzzles and adventures that aren't just about combat and doing things like that. So if you wanted to drop in something a little bit interesting, some puzzles into your existing campaign, we brought that out. We had Epic Threats, which was some high level monsters, so kind of higher CR levels. So if you're at that point where you want something a little bit more beefy to throw at your players, we had a collection of those. And we also had Keep Your Powder Dry, which was really fun. It introduced like guns basically to 5e, and it went through each of the sections of it, goes through different times in history. So you have like the early inventions of gunpowder to like going up to flintlock pistols and things like that. So you could even pick a time period and just have those out there, and there's even some that have like some magic abilities infused in them as well later on in the last section, so if you want to combine that in your world. So those were kind of our 5e quick starters that we did this year. We're planning to do more next year as well. I'm just putting them together behind the scenes, squirreling away there. But all of this content is things we gather into books from content that we already have on Insider magazine. So if you're interested in getting these things straight away, if you go to insider.com, which has a 5 in it, so en5ida.com, you can see the entire collection of all our 5e content there. And if you pledge as a patron member, you get access to the whole back catalogue. And I think there's well over 500. I can't remember what number we're on now, but there's over 500 bits of content there, so you'll get access to scroll through all of them, and it's on the website, so you can have a peruse. But yeah, so that's what we've been doing for 5e, and we are planning on still continuing that into the new year as well. So more content coming for that with Insider Magazine. And also continuing with the Gate Pass Gazette as well, which is our monthly magazine for Level Up Advanced 5th edition. So we have some exciting plans coming that. This year for Level Up, we brought out the Dungeon Delver's Guide. So that was crowdfunded October 2022, but we kind of it was fulfilled earlier this year, and then it went to retail. And really nicely, Polygon have included the Dungeon Delver's Guide in their kind of favorite RPG products of 2023 in an article that went out, I think it was today or yesterday, which is really nice to have that shout out in there. So I love Dungeon Delver Guide. It's a really great book, really great product, and it's available now on our website. So if you missed out and you read the article on Polygon, you can check it out, empublishingrpg.com. I would say get your orders in this weekend if you're wanting to get it in time for Christmas, though, because I think any orders placed next week might not make it with the Christmas rush with postage. But yeah, and also obviously we had the Level Up starter box sets. We have our box set now, which I'm really excited for. It happened literally last month. We finished the Kickstarter campaign, or we closed the backer kits. The backer kits are closing tomorrow, I believe. So if you want to get in a late pledge, now is a good time for it. So if you go to Kickstarter, and you can check out that for the box set. But yes, that'll be coming out next year, and I'm very excited for that coming. But the crowdfunding campaign went really well for that. We also brought out To Save a Kingdom, which is the adventure path that carries on from Memories of Holdenshire, which is out and available now. And of course, in January, we brought out the Gate Pass Gazette Annual 2022. And as some of you in the chat may have noticed, I posted a link because there are plans in January 2024 to do the Gate Pass Gazette Annual 2023. And that pre-launch page is up now, so you can click there to be notified when we launch. And actually, clicking to be notified when we launch actually is really helpful for us because the more people that follow a page, the more other people will be likely to see it that might be interested. So if you could give that a follow, that would be a great help. But yeah, and then so these are kind of the big kind of Level Up products we launched this year that we're really excited to get out there and have be available. Of course, What's Old is New. So this year we looked at What's Old is New and revamping that line. So we did a revamp of the logo, so it's got a pretty new kind of logo on it. We crowdfunded the starter box sets, which are going to be fulfilling like next month in January is when they're looking to leave the warehouse, because the box sets arrived at port in the UK this week. So they are here on UK grounds. We're just waiting to clear customs so they can get to our warehouse. So they'll be well ahead of schedule for getting sent out to folks in January. Yeah, and also we done an offset print run of our core 3 books. So Now, Old and New. Previously they were just available as a print on demand book, but now they've been made for a pretty offset print run. And we took the opportunity when doing the offset print run to also put in any errata as well. If you had the PDF, we sent you the new updated free errata PDF as well. This will be automatically done in DriveThruRPG, so if you check your accounts there, that will all be there for you. But yeah, so that's kind of what we did for What's Old is New this year as well. And that segues me into fulfillment and shipping updates we've got going on at the moment. So as I just mentioned, What's Old is New starter set, they're looking to go out. The box sets will be going out in January. So the box sets have arrived at port in the UK. They're due to arrive at port in the US. I think it's this week or next week. She says unsure. But there is a bit of time where they clear customs to get through to reach our warehouse, but the plan is they'll be sent out to you in the new year. And someone's already ran the adventure because the PDF sent out straight away as an opening adventure. Been running. Oh, that's great! I'm really glad that adventure from the box set is working for you, because the idea was to do exactly what you said it done, is to introduce the system to new people. Because I know sometimes when you're a GM, you want to try different systems. I know sometimes you can get that hesitation from players. They're like, oh, I don't want to learn something new. But we're hoping this box set really makes it a really nice onboarding process and to get your players going. And the physical box set is really pretty with all the stuff and just like the physical map. So I'm really looking forward to getting mine. But yeah, so that'll be coming out in January. The offset print run books are due to arrive in warehouses in early January, because they are finishing printing literally this week, and with Christmas shipping times it was unsure if they're going to arrive in December, but they'll be there in January. So we'll be getting them out to you then. So that's kind of the fulfillment update for What's Old is New. If you backed that, thank you very much. And Level Up Advanced 5th edition starter box set as well. We wanted this to be like an upgrade kit. So this assumes that you have a D&D 5e rule set and you're familiar with that. And then you can just buy this and this, these 3 adventures and this like small rule manual shows you the key differences between 5e and Level Up Advanced 5th edition to take you through it. Now, obviously, it doesn't have everything that the core books do, because if you've seen the size of the core books that are hiding back here, they're pretty hefty tomes. But this basically walks you through and highlights the kind of key differences. And of course, you can always look at everything on a5e.tools to have that on there to take you through. So this box set, as the backer kit closes tomorrow. So if you're a backer, please tell me your address, because then I know where to send it to in the new year. And if you are not a backer but are interested, the pledge manager is open now for late pledges, so you can quickly get in now. I'm realizing as I speak, it probably would be helpful if I gave you a link for that, wouldn't it? So let me be really professional and get you that link now. So if anyone is wanting to complete their survey, not sure if they've done it, you can go and check. And if you haven't backed it, you can go back it. So yeah, there's the link on there. There's a button there for late pledges on there. And if you are a backer and you're unsure if you have pledged, if you go into the updates and look at update, I think it's one of the updates, update 8 or 9, that'll give you details about how to log into your backer kit account if you're unsure if you've filled out your address, or if we need anything from you for that. But that is on track to be fulfilled in March. So we are getting the sample from the printers in the next couple of weeks. We literally finalized the files this week with them, so we were just checking everything, going through. And because the backer kit's being closed tomorrow, we're like, we're pretty confident what numbers we'll need. So that's all been sent off, and they're going to be printing over the holidays and into January. And then February is when Golden Week happens in China, where we're printing, and that's when they have their big kind of holiday shutdown. So as soon as that's over and the ports start moving again, it'll be on the boats going out to various destinations. Then there's a chance it might be able to squeeze in before Golden Week, but from having done logistics and fulfillment a long time, I know before Golden Week, it's the Spring Festival, even not Golden Week, we're talking about the Spring Festival. It's really difficult to get anything out of port. So we've planned for it to go after, but if it comes in early, I'll let you know and keep you updated. But that's all of that going on, which makes us nice and busy. And also, as I mentioned before, the 5e product, the Vault of Splintered Souls, the survey's closed this Monday, the 11th. If you're a backer and you're not sure if you completed your survey, if you check your Kickstarter messages, so not a direct email, like log into your Kickstarter account, check your messages. If I didn't have your survey, I would have sent you a message saying, hey, I need your address, please. So if you got no message from me asking for your address, you've already done your survey, everything is fine. And if you are moving house and have concerns, then just send us a message on Kickstarter, and I can check that for you and let you know what's going on. But we're sending those out. I'm collating the data this week, ready to send to the printers, maybe tomorrow or next week, and then and they'll have it ready and get it on their print schedule. It won't be with you in December, but it will be with you in January. And then we've got the cool poster map as well, which a lot of people took up, which is super, super nice. And I'm looking forward to getting my copy. Maybe it can go on this space in the wall there that needs to be filled up. But that is kind of our fulfillment plans going forward in the early part of next year. Pretty picture of the map for everyone to enjoy there. So what's next? So what are we doing next year? So it's 2024 next year, which is wild. But yes, so as mentioned, the Gate Pass Gazette Annual is coming out. So this book, I'm pleased to say, we're planning on doing this as an offset print run. So it'll be the same printers that do all the other Level Up books. So the same quality, offset print run as everyone else. People will recall that the 2023 was a print-on-demand book. That was because in January, the OGL crisis was going on, and we just wanted to get it printed and sent out to people as quickly as possible because we didn't know if it would become illegal to print this book. So we're like, do you know what? Let's just do it really quickly like that. But this one will be an offset print run for this book here. So you can pick that up. The link I have put in the chat. I'll put it there again. was just muted throughout all that, wasn't I? Because I had a little cough. I was saying, excuse my COVID cough. I do apologize for that. But hiya, thank you for joining us. As I was mentioning, you can check out the Gate Pass Gazette. The pre-launch page is up there now, and that'll be launching in January time. If you want to know the specific date for that in January, if you click the notify me on launch, then I'll send you an email when it goes live in January, but that'll be in the new year. But yeah, and this is very similar to if you got the 2022 book, you kind of know the score is that. So it's a compilation of all the Gate Pass Gazette monthly books that we create that'll be coming out on there. So all the products that we not products. All the books that we brought out in 2023 for Gate Pass Gazette will be there for you, and in the same format as 2022 as well. And you can see we've got the same kind of design style. We are thinking as well, but it depends if you folks want it, because for most of our level up books we do like the deluxe special edition versions, the faux leather with gold foiling, and we didn't know if people would be interested in that for the Gate Pass Gazette. If people were, we could look at maybe a way of doing that somehow, and for 2023. And we didn't do that for 2022, so in this crowdfunding campaign we could also maybe do a 2022 deluxe version, so to catch up on that. But I don't know what people's thoughts were, if that's something people want or not. Like I say, the main one will be an offset print run regardless, but let us know if that's something you're interested in. If there's enough interest to make a deluxe version viable, then we'll do it, because I know it's nice having the pretty ones there. I know I certainly like them anyway. But that's one of the first things we're doing for next year. So that book is in layout, being kind of finalized now, because we only released the December issue very recently. So we are putting that together, and that'll be launching next month there. And then also in the first quarter of the year, we have the Planestrider's Journal that is coming out. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. What I'll probably do is get Russ to come on early in the year, and we'll talk through the Planestrider Journal in more details. But you've got web ships, you've got multiple worlds and planes. You can tell what you're getting yourself in for there. So that's still, I think that's in editing right now, and it's going to be moving to layout really soon. So when it gets to layout, I'll be able to read through it a bit more and give you folks a little bit more sneaky information on there. But yeah, Planestrider's Journal will be coming out early next year as well. And then we also have the long-awaited Voyage Runners Codex. I feel like we've been working on this book for such a long time now. So we've been working really hard on this book to make it the best book that it can be, and yeah, so it's been in editing and been in playtesting for a while, and yeah, we're looking to bring it out in the second quarter of the year next year. So that'll be a crowdfunding campaign coming out there, and we're talking about the color for the limited edition faux version that we're doing for this, because for all of our major books we kind of do that. So we're just looking at some interesting color options for this, because this is a sci-fi take for Level Up Advanced 5th edition. It just brings some interesting ideas and colors in, like maybe blues and purples and things like that feel, have that space vibe to it. So in this Void Runners Codex, there is like a magic system, because the idea is that it's in space, so there are like psionics and things, and you can see somebody on the front there with a laser sword that is definitely not a lightsaber, because that is copyright material, a laser sword that will be there. So there's loads of fun things like that, but of course, because it's A5e, you can blend it with any of your other books that you have, and you can totally genre mash if you like. The idea, this is like a sci-fi setting if you're wanting to use the A5e rule set, and I'm very excited for it. But yes, another exciting thing that's happening is our first ever board game is going to be released. We have Split the Horde, which is a card game, which is coming in the third quarter of 2024. We're also going to be going to AirCon in the UK in March, and the UK Games Expo in June, which is in Birmingham, UK. And we'll be having demo copies of the game there. So if you want to have a look and see what it's about, and the game designer Mark Kenobi will be there to demo it as well, so you can chat to him about it. I really love this game. So the premise for it is you are an adventuring party. You have just killed the dragon, and you are there splitting the horde. So the dragon's already dead. So this is purely about negotiating, tricking, bribing, maneuvering yourself to make sure you get the things, you know, that you want. So you're collecting sets of different things. So you'll have their open agendas on the table that everyone is kind of competing for, and then you have your own kind of private one depending on your class and different abilities of that. But yeah, so it's a really fun game, and it takes less than half an hour to play, because you play through the deck, because that's the pile, the hoard, the pile of treasure that you're playing through. Yeah, and it's just a really strategic, fun game. So it's quick to understand the rules, but because it's quite strategic and there's different combinations, it takes a little while to kind of master, if you know what I mean, which is what we're looking for, which is ideal. So I'm very excited for this. So that will be coming out next year. My background was in kind of board games and in manufacturing and board game publishing, so I was really excited to kind of take this project on and get us to do some board games. But yes, and also the long-awaited Monstrous Menagerie 2 is coming as well at the end of 2024. So Paul Hughes, who led up the first Monstrous Menagerie, so if you enjoyed that book, very similar team of people behind the scenes creating that as well. So more of what you want on there, and that's been in development all of this year, and they've got all of next year as well, and I think it's nearly done. It's very nearly done. So I'm hoping at the beginning of next year we can start sharing some previews and things, so you can see some of the new monsters. So I'm looking to get that sorted. Art orders are going in, so we've got huge art order for this project, because obviously a Monstrous Menagerie, you need all the pictures. So yeah, I'm looking to get some previews for you next year. So in our monthly updates, hopefully we'll get some of those going for you. So that's our plans for what we're going to bring out next year. We're also going to have, we've got 4 5e books planned as well. Not quite ready to announce titles of those. We'll do that as we go in future updates, but we also have to squeeze in there some 5e books we're going to publish as well as bringing out our box sets to retail that have already crowdfunded and all the other things that we're doing. And we're also going to be working on stuff to bring out in 2025. So whilst we we kind of have like this rotating system of projects we're doing and projects that are being released and things. So we're now looking at what projects we're going to start developing and writing in 2024. So when 2025 comes, we're ready with new stuff. We are going to be doing, so we've got some projects for Level Up kind of in our mind already. We're looking at some potential things for Awfully Cheerful Engine. So chatting to some people at Dragon Me, and there's some people that have bought the whole collection and played them all and really like it and want more. So that's something we're looking at. The What's Old is New role-playing system as well. That's something we're looking to invest in as well. So we already have like lots of adventures and things like that. But there's lots of things going on, and we have a few project ideas on the table that we're looking at for What's Old is New to start developing. And as well, as I said, next year we're bringing out our first board game, and Russ is currently working on another one, which is in development currently, which is called Space Fight, which we're hoping will be ready for 2025 to go to crowdfunding and get it sent out then. So we'll probably see that if you go to Aircon or UK Games Expo, because it's still in playtesting at the moment. So it's still in a place where I would love people's feedback and thoughts on it. But the idea of this is that it's it's Space Fight. So it's a space skirmish kind of combat game, but we wanted this to be at a lower price point. So it's not got like minis in, it's not like this big high production value. We want it to be a really good game that you can play, and it's not going to cost you the earth, because there's already like loads of things you can have with it. And of course you can sub in if you have your miniatures and things like that for it. The idea of this is that we just have a really good game that you can get for a really good price and play it without needing loads of bells and whistles. So that's kind of the idea behind it. But I'm really looking forward to that coming out, and there's a little sneak peek of some of the artwork on it for the different styles of ships that you can get. So next year in our updates, as we make decisions about what we're investing in, we will launch, that's not right, announce what projects we're doing. I know I had some people asking, and it's not me keeping secrets, it's just we haven't made some decisions about which projects we're going, because we get pitches from different writers and creators and different ideas from within the team all the time, and so we have and making the ideas bit is easy, but the idea of which one we're going to choose and why we'll do it and how we invest in it is the bit that takes a bit longer. But as soon as I have exciting news to share with you, I promise I will. But that is everything that we're doing next year, pretty much. So I'm really excited for all those projects. I hope you are too. If you ever have any questions about things that we do, or if you placed an order or something's in fulfillment and you have some questions about it, please do send us a message. It'll probably be myself or Zin that replies to you, and we'll try and get back to you as quickly as possible. So yeah, if you have any questions, always just let us know. You can get in touch with us via our website. There's empublishingrpg.com. There's a contact page there. There's also, you can direct message us on Kickstarter. And we have our email address, which is admin@empublishingrpg.com, which is our general customer service one. And there's also links, obviously, on EM World site as well. So you can always check that out and get in touch if you have any questions, and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. But that's the main updates I had for you for this year. Like I said, the main thing I do want to say is a big thank you for your support, for playing our games, for feeding back on stuff, for buying our games, for talking about it and sharing it with other people, because we have a really incredible community around us, which makes being a smaller publisher makes it possible for us to exist and do that. So I wanted to say a big thank you to you for that, especially in 2023, because the beginning of the year in January with the whole OGL situation was quite scary and very uncertain, and it was so nice to have that moment where the community really rallied around us and other people. I saw so many people like going and trying other stuff and speaking out about it, and that was such a great moment. And so I just wanted to really say thank you from me and on behalf of everyone at EM Publishing for your support and letting us make games and share them with you, because just thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. But that's most of the news I have left for this monthly update. Of course, we're going to continue making our podcasts and content. So we have 3 podcasts that we're making, throughout the year. So we have Not D&D, which live records every Monday and then comes out as a podcast afterwards, where I interview different indie tabletop RPG creators about their games, and we talk about the system, the game, and their choices behind it, and how they got into publishing and all those things. Then we have This Week in Tabletop RPG every Friday, which is me talking very, very quickly and summarizing everything that happened in the TTRPG news in less than 3 minutes, some weeks harder than others. And then we have Morris's unofficial Tabletop RPG Talk podcast, which comes out on Saturdays, which is myself, Morris, and PJ Coffee, and we talk in detail about the week's news, and we have a guest on. And sometimes we have guests on as well if one of us is away, like Mike Shea. Sly Flourish came on last week as well. So they'll continue to be running, and if you want more information on those, if you head to enworld.live, that will give you everything you need to know. So thank you very much for coming along and listening to me ramble. I hope it was informative. If you have any questions, you can always contact us in the meantime, but we'll be back in the new year on the 3rd Thursday of the month, the date of which I cannot recall right now, but I'll be back then to answer any questions, and I'll see if I can rope Russ in away from his regular gaming time to come and chat to us all as well. But thank you very much. I hope you all have a good New Year's. I hope you have happy holidays for what you celebrate. If the holidays are a hard time for you, I hope the time is peaceful and quiet for you. But thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you next year in 2024. Bye.